Hi everyone, this is Kelly with Kelly Ann Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in McKinney, Texas, and this is card 2 of my November Quick and Easy Christmas Cards class. This actually, when I do teach the class, is one whole class, but I break up the videos so it's easier for those of you who did not attend the class to pick and choose what you want. Our next card is going to come out of this mini catalog, and it's not a card that's in the catalog, but what we're going to be using is this paper package right here that is called Christmas Tags and More. Now, what's lovely about this is it has designer series paper, and then it also has a set of ephemera that punches out, so you really don't have to do much. But we're just going to use the paper. And the paper we're going to use is this one here. It's a 6x6. Again, it's the Christmas Tags and More. And we're going to use this to create this beautiful card here. Let me take it out of its little protective uh, place here so you can see it. It's a very simple card. We are also going to be using some ephemera that is in the catalog also, and boy, did I forget to mark that. No, it's on the same page. It's this ephemera right here. It's called Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. And what's cool about this is we've had them in the past. And when we've had them in the past, um, you punch them out and you stick them on, and you glue them on, or you do whatever to them. What is lovely about this is their stickers. And I have really gone through, here's my group of them. I have used a lot of them, but they are stickers. So not only are they laser cut and printed with this beautiful gold foil, that you don't have to put adhesive on the back, it's there. You just have to peel and stick. And we're going to use some of those in our card today. I like having easy cards, and like I said, this is quick, easy cards that you can replicate um, easily. So let's get going. Okay, so you can see here's the stickers. I love it. And then the inside, all I did was I did a little bit of uh, brushing to make it have that green halo, because what I'm not sure if you can see this, but it kind of has a green halo around this on the paper, so I wanted to create that on the inside. Again, we're using that Jars of Joy stamp set, and we're going to be using this stamp to put our little baubles on the inside. Okay, and this is what you have. And what I did also is I took my envelope and put a little bit of green so it's kind of smoke, I just tried to carry through that kind of hazy green all the way around. I just thought it was fun. Quick, easy, um, doesn't take much more than one ink pad and a little bit of ingenuity. So of course we have our envelope. We are going to have our card base, which is garden green. This is 8.5 by 5.5 inches, scored at 4.25. Like always, if you get a kit from me, I'm going to ask you to reinforce that fold, and you can pretty much set this aside. Now what I did is I did trim this down to make it 4 by 5.25. However, what I did is I made sure that first, when I cut the paper, let me grab the paper here. When I first did the paper, this will help you if you decide to recreate this card. So here is the paper itself, all is one. And then I cut it to the 4 inches, taking off this piece here. Okay, then I took 3/8 of an inch off the bottom and 3/8 inch off the top in order to get it to the 5.25. That way it stayed centered, and I was going for a centered look on the baubles. But you don't even have to do that. You could easily just cut it at 2 inches, take off 3/4 of an inch off the bottom, put your sentiment up here. You can move it around. That's what's so nice about this. But it's all done for you. The back side's pretty too, but we're using just this part here. Okay, so that's explaining that. So we've got our piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. We have a piece for the inside that is also 4 by 5 1/4. We have a sticker that says Merry Christmas and one that says from our house to yours. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the messy part first. So I'm going to set the base, the outside, our stickers over to one side. I'm going to bring in a messy paper so that we can be messy. And we are going to go ahead and put green around the outside of this. Let me get the garden green out. And it's not a lot. We just want to give it kind of that, a halo of green. We're not going for, dark green. We're just kind of going for kind of a, like I said, a halo. And you start off the paper and come in. If you get a little dark in some places, it's okay. There's no police for this. And you don't even have to do this part. I just wanted to do it because I thought it would be fun. So that is this. And I'm going to quick stamp this while I have this piece of paper here. And I stamped the baubles up at the top so they look like they're being hung. Okay, so that's my inside piece. And now I'm going to do the outside of my envelope, not with your take your pick tool. That does not work so well. But we'll just come in and we'll put some green around the outer part of our envelope here, just to give it that same feel. And if it were a light brown or something, it would give it an antique feel. But I'm just going for a little bit of greenery all the way around. Nothing much. It's very subtle, and I hope it's coming across on the camera how subtle it is. But as you can see, this is a pretty fast process. And then the other thing I did is I did the top of the envelope in the back. And that's because I'm going to hang some baubles off that top. So I'm just putting a little bit on the top here. A little bit more. Okay, let me put my baubles on. I'm going to put my baubles right here. I always like to dress up the envelope. And it's okay if the stamp isn't perfect. It's all right. It looks good either way. So there's the outside. I think that's fun. How quick was that? I mean, you couldn't have done it any faster. All the stamping is done. Now what we need to do is just assemble our card. So let me bring back in our bits and pieces. And we'll just put the inside in first because that's fast. And I'm just using this seal. And I do a Z pattern, kind of like a barnyard door. And this should have about 1/8 of an inch around the edges. Put it in as straight as you can. There you go. Oh, look at how straight that is not. Oh my. That was funny. I tell you to do it straight, and I did it like crazy woman. Oh, my goodness. Well, the good news is hopefully I can lift it up. And you can see me lift up a piece of paper. Oh, if you don't press down real hard, you're able to lift it up. I just really pressed down pretty hard. And because I pulled it up and I've got my fingers all over it, I'm just going to come in with a little bit more adhesive. And where it pulled up the paper just a little bit, it's okay because we're going to cover it right back up. Okay, let's do this again and let's see if I can be straight with it. That's looking a lot straighter than the last time. Still a little crooked, but not too bad. Okay, whew, that was hard. Okay, this is just getting adhered straight down. There is nothing that is popped up on this card, so no dimensionals. It's the paper doing the work. It's and it couldn't get much simpler than that. I really think the hardest part of this whole thing is peeling these off the back. So I'm going to take my take your pick. And you can see there's like a little spot here where you can lift it. So you lift off that side and you should be able to come in. I'm bending it a little because it helps me lift it off. You may not have to. And this says from our house to yours. I'm just going to set that up towards the top, press that down, and then I'm going to go for my Merry Christmas. And again, I'm just bending it slightly so I can get my take your pick tool underneath there. How fast is that? Elegant, easy. The hardest part was making things green, and we're done. That's it. I don't even have an alternative because I just use the paper to do the work. I use the stickers to do my sentiments, and one simple stamp and a little green ink, and there you have it, a wonderful card. Thank you so much for joining me today. Um, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and share. Leave a comment if you have suggestions for me. And if you would like to get more of my videos, please subscribe and hit the notification button. You'll know when I put out a new video. All right, see you in the next video. God bless. Bye-bye.